Hey YouTube, so this video is primarily about these FXLION NANO ONE batteries. Now, these batteries and this charger are a relatively new system from a relatively new company, FXLION. I have recently just bought mine a couple of days ago from ProLight Direct, and yeah, they've done me a fantastic deal on them, and was very happy with the service from them. And I'm not being paid to say that or anything, yet just well happy with where I've got them from. I'm based in London, UK. Now these are V-Lock style batteries, so you'll find these are very common with camera department, and you know, 9 times out of 10 they'll be using a V-Lock style battery. Now generally speaking, a V-Lock style battery is quite a decent bit bigger than this. The sort of older footprint would have been something not a million miles away from the back of the actual charger itself. So these are substantially smaller. Now I know that Hawkwoods have a smaller form factor battery out, but a good bit more money than these, and in my opinion offer actually less than these. So I just want to go over my setup here, and first of all I just want to talk about the batteries. So these are the smallest of the FXLION series. This is a 50 watt hour. There's a 100 watt hour and 150, and obviously the form factor gets bigger. In fact, it pretty much doubles obviously with the 100, and then the 150, you know, is times by 3. The reason I like these so much is because they just contain so much decent technology. If you press the button on the front, you get up a really nice full display on there, with the blue backlight there. And on the top, you get access to these 3 ports. You obviously got micro USB, USB-C, and regular old USB 1. And on the side here, a D-tap output as well. So that actually means you can charge this battery from USB-C and micro USB, and obviously get power out of the USB or USB-C, which is pretty flexible, considering that you might suddenly find yourself in a situation where you don't have the charger with you. If you have, like, you know, a MacBook or a Chromebook or whatever that charges with USB-C, you can put some juice into these batteries when you're away from the charger, which, if you're like I am, generally speaking, as a documentary sound recordist, you know, you can suddenly actually get some juice into some batteries in a way that you previously never were able to beforehand. So yeah, these are the batteries. They're small and they're very light. I'll put the details of the specifications in the description. But yeah, other than that, they're V-Lock batteries. This is the charger that they come with. It's tiny. If you've ever seen camera department running around with a Hawkwoods one, this is like half its size, and it really is very lightweight as well. Just a kettle lead on the back, on and off, and then you've got the lights here showing which channels are charging. I believe I'm correct in saying that you'll get 2 amps if you've only got 2 batteries charging per battery, and then it drops down to 1 amp charging. But I mean, the charge time is not long on these. They're all the latest lithium-ion batteries, so they're great. But just to show you how I have it set up in my rig, so this is my 833. I have bought one of the FXLION V-Lock plates, which basically just has a little D-tap out on the back here. And I have then made a very small little D-tap extension lead with the few things that I run. So I've just got one cable running to power the 833. I've got another one that's powering an IEM transmitter, and then another one that powers my Wisycom MCR54. And the reason really why I've jumped over to this system is because it just seems crazy to me that camera department and sound department would be using different batteries. I mean, for years I've used NP style batteries, and whilst they've served me well, it just seems crazy that if I suddenly find myself in a situation where I'm running out of batteries, or a battery goes down and I don't have enough spares with me to make it through whatever scene we're filming, then why wouldn't I be using the same batteries as camera department? We can help one another out then. It's a collaborative process, and it makes sense that we'd have the same thing. And now, since so many electrical departments are also using battery powered lights, there's a good chance that they're going to have some V-Locks with them as well. So I wanted to jump to the V-Lock system. I just think it's better. And now with the size and form factor of these batteries, yeah, it just makes total sense to me. So anyway, this is what I've done. I have just pushed and punched a couple of holes and put some little bolts through here just to hold this plate down. This plate then has a D-tap out on the side, so this plate is now stuck to the bottom of my bag in the opening, which is cool. And this slides on, and then that then powers up my rig. So then you've got the power cord here and this little extension, D-tap extension lead here, which then gives extension to these. Now again, I've previously always used Hyros, which is very commonly found in lots of professional sound grade equipment. But again, it just seems to make so much more sense for me to jump over to D-tap, because D-tap is what pretty much all camera departments use, with the exception of one or two things being powered by 2-pin LEMO. It makes sense to use D-tap because, again, if you suddenly got to stick any of these bits on a camera, you've already got the correct pin out on these, you know, so you can suddenly just jump and power straight from a D-tap. So yeah, these are great, and they're no better or worse than Hyros, apart from the fact that they can handle significantly more amperage through them. And I know that Sound Devices have gone away from using a Hyros input port for their recorders and mixers, and they've started to use the TA4 connection because it can handle higher amperage as these machines demand more. It doesn't really make sense to have D-tap for that, because it's not a locking connector in the same way that the TA4 is. Where's my little TA4 in there? But yeah, it makes sense for me to jump to D-tap. They're really easy to repair, and there's one screw that opens them up, and they're dead easy to solder and dead easy to repair. It makes sense to me to use D-tap as a system. And obviously any of these cables can then plug directly in to the D-tap output on the battery directly. So if I just wanted to take an IEM transmitter, I can then power off one of these all day long, plugging straight in, no messing about with adapters or other cables. So that is the kit that I've gone for. I'm now using exclusively D-tap and V-Lock batteries, and this is the kit. So yep, I bought 4 FXLION NANO ONE batteries and their charger, and I'll put a link below to the website where I got them from, which was ProLight Direct. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers then, bye.